Hey, welcome back. It's David Cathers. Do you know what the 4 mistakes are that you want to avoid when selling your house in the winter? And do you know the other 4 items that can be a benefit that you may not have thought of or heard before? That's what we're talking about today. Of all the days you'd expect someone to be looking to buy a house, did you ever think it was Thanksgiving or Christmas? So before you laugh at your agent when he tells you you're going to need to clear out of the house just before the turkey comes out of the oven, stop. Think about it. If someone's out looking at this time of the year, they're serious. They're dead serious. I mean, they are ready to buy a house. And of course, their agent isn't going to take them out unless they're really serious. So really need to keep that in mind. Waiting to list your house can be the biggest mistake, is trying to time when you put your house on the market. I mean, after all, you only need one buyer to make a sale a success. And the right buyer can be looking at any time, holidays or springtime. So November and December, people are just as excited to put an offer on a house as they are in the frenzy of buying gifts for the holiday season. So think of it, those that are excited about the Black Friday sales, they may be looking for their own Black Friday to get the sale on the house that they want to have to be moved in for the holiday season or before end of year. Mistake 2 is expecting zero interest on certain days, whether it's a holiday or family gathering. So don't be put off you get a request to show the house if you may consider it inconvenient. There are people out there that want to see your house. Hey, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Eve, or even Christmas Day. Let me stress, these are serious buyers. I mean, they are ready to write the check, write the offer, and let's get it going. They could be moving. Some of the things that we find a lot of the times, the buyers for this time of year, they're moving from out of state or out of country, and so they've got little time. They're coming on a break they've got and want to get something bought and finished out before the end of the year. They want to be in for their holiday in their new home. Let me stress again, these are serious buyers. They could be from out of state or out of country. They have little time to make decisions. So, hint, right here, hint. This means your home is on their short list and you don't want to miss the opportunity. So why don't you think about letting another family member host your festivities and the holidays, and you'll help with the dishes later, but get them to take the load off so that you can be available to let someone see the house, and don't miss that opportunity. Hey, mistake 3, pricing your home too high. Even if there's active buyers every month of the year, you won't be seeing the same bidding wars you've grown accustomed to in those summer months over the last few years. Between interest rates and, of course, really just the general cycle of real estate, buyers are seeing their bottom line mortgage payments increase. So this means they're less likely to overpay for your house. The share of homes on the market throughout the U.S. that have undergone price reductions is climbing. Actually, according to a real estate information company, Truly is one you've heard of, in a report in October, they released showing that 17.2% of all properties in the market in August underwent a price reduction. So they started the cycle as back as early as August and continue in through the end of the year. You want to avoid becoming 1/5 of the home sellers that are forced to lower their asking price. So make sure you get make sure you understand the current market and do a realistic approach to pricing your home. That's where you can work with your real estate broker and look at sold prices of similar homes that have recently sold. Not asking price. Asking price is the dream. Okay, sold gives you an actual picture of what the market is, and then you can base your selling price on what you're competing with in the market. That way you get a true selling price. Okay, mistake number 4, not preparing your home for guests. If your house is on the market, you always should have it ready for a tour. Don't worry so much now in the winter about the grass or the trees. They're all going to look kind of the same there. But of course, you do want to make sure passage to the front door and access getting in is safe. If you live in an area where there's snow or ice, and make sure the pathway's cleared so no one slips and falls or hurt them. Also, keep the home kind of warm and cozy by keeping the heat up a little bit. It's going to help the potential buyers, fall in love with your home. So there's the 4 mistakes to avoid when selling your house in the winter. One that you haven't thought of yet, of 3 more items that we're going to cover here, but one of them being new parents may be looking to upgrade their home. When we say new parents, the baby boom's time and shows that in September may lead to more buyers throughout the rest of the year. According to data from the Center for Health and Statistics and Social Security Administration, oh boy, but statistics we love, there's more birthdays in the month of September than any other time of the year. So therefore, it's likely to be a crop of families going to buy a larger house from September on, as they look at times where things are moving up, more birthdays are coming, the family's expanding. Now, some other things to consider. There's financial bonuses and payouts. As a seller, year-end performance reviews could mean that more people have money to spend on a home. You know, they get their special end-of-the-year commission checks or bonuses for what they've done for the year. So end-of-year financial bonuses, workers retiring with a large payout could mean an opportunity for buyers for your home, because now they have the money to upgrade their living situation, or first-time buyers that have worked hard and now they've got a bonus that they can go buy. There's their chance to have the funds to make that purchase. So think of it, year-end financial bonus payouts. One more, corporate relocations. Most of the corporate relocations are happening January and February, but that means they're going to want to be looking towards the end of the year to try to get closed out and get this thing done before the first year. Biggest challenge there, you know, they're usually got a limited time, so they might have that holiday break, Thanksgiving and Christmas, to travel and go try to find their home, and they're on a short time limit. So with that short time, they're going to be serious, seeing what the properties they got. They want to get the thing bought and the home ready to move in so they can get their kids started in the schools right at the first of the year when the next semester or quarter starts up. So they're dealing with this urgency. So once they find that home, that means they're ready to sign on the dotted line. And isn't that what you want? There you go. There's the marketing mistakes that are made usually when thinking of selling in the winter, and some other new ideas that you probably hadn't thought of before. Love to, if you've got any other questions that go, I'm David Cathers here in Gig Harbor, Washington. Again, I'd love to help you out with anything. Just make sure you take a moment, subscribe, ring that bell there, and that way you can get our weekly videos with more information. If you have a question that you'd like to ask specifically, you can contact me. Look in the description below there. Got my phone number and all our information. But I'd love to be there to answer your questions, see if we can help you through this part of the season and the best part of selling. All right, take care.